Welcome back, Movie Misfits. Today is the day after Christmas, which is Saturday. You know what that means.
Saturday, Shudder Saturday!
Black Christmas, 1974 classic, directed by Bob Clark, who later went on to direct
I want an official Red Ryder Carbine Action 200 Airlines Ball Arrow.
A Christmas Story, the opposite version of this. This movie is a mystery, thriller, suspense, slasher flick. It's probably one of the first of its kind. Previously we've had Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Black Christmas, and Halloween. What I really like about this movie is it builds on the suspense a lot. There's POV shots, the point of view of the killer. One thing I do really like about this film, even though it's a dark movie, it does capture the Christmas vibe. Even though it's dark, it's cold looking, and you have Christmas lights, but it seems like a very scary night to begin with. A little background of the movie. So it's a sorority house. Everyone's leaving for Christmas break except this one house. People are, still hanging around the campus. And a killer decides to show up to the house, basically hides in this house, and is making obscene phone calls and whatnot. And he's kind of picking these characters off one by one. And the great part of this movie is you don't know who it is. There's no background story. There's no reasoning. You don't know why. You're given little hints, but you're not 100% sure. This movie builds on suspense, tension, and the fact that you don't know what's going to happen next or who's going to die. I will say not all the characters are memorable in this film. However, I feel like Margot Kidder here plays a great sorority sister. She plays like the drunk friend that you can't take anywhere, that just becomes a problem as soon as they get drunk. However, she plays the part really well, and I feel like her and Olivia Hussey play the best characters in this film. And John Saxon in this film, it's like, well, I almost want to be like, oh, I feel protected already. This guy's fought Bruce Lee and killed Freddy Krueger. John Saxon in this film is like the original Elliot Stabler. Why did it have to be that picture? One thing I really like is that the girls are actually pretty smart. They take the issues as far as the obscene phone calls straight to the campus police and also to the local police station. However, campus police believe it's the boys will be boys kind of thing. However, once the calls start escalating, getting more frequent, the girls go back to the police station and inform them about this. So Detective John Saxon takes matters into his own hands, brings the phone company to tap the phone, and that way they could trace the call, see where it's coming from, and then who it's coming from. That way they could most likely arrest or put a stop to it. The obscene phone calls that the sorority house receives from the killer, or who knows, are so creepy and so well done because you hear multiple voices, not just one. So you're thinking, is it one person? How are they doing this? Are they sour shoes? How did they do this? It's really well done, and it gives more of a creepy vibe and just adds to the movie. One thing I appreciate about this movie, also about movies back from the 70s, 80s, and even the 90s, early 90s, I should say, I feel like this movie doesn't play dumb to you. It doesn't play dumb to the audience. It doesn't spell it out for you. You have to figure it out for yourself. And that's one thing I really like about this film is the uncertainty of everything. You don't know who is what and what's going on. Is it going to happen? And you have to investigate basically on your own too. Who is the killer? What's going on? Is there a reason? Is there motive? You have to figure that out on your own. Every time I see Margot Kidder, every time I think she's going to be in danger, I'm like, don't worry, Superman's going to help you. This movie has one of the best lines in movie history, not just horror, but movie history. I won't say what it is because it kind of gives it away. So if you haven't seen the movie, I'm not going to say anything. But if you've seen this movie before, if you're a horror fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I do feel like this film does not get enough credit that it deserves. I know in the horror community, obviously we know about this film, but I feel like as a person that appreciates film, any type of film, especially like a mystery thriller, I would really suggest watching this, because if you appreciate film, you would definitely appreciate the camera work in this film, the cinematography, the suspense that they build in this film, in this movie. Also, the fact that, you know, it's basically 3 locations, maybe 4, and the fact that it builds on it and it knows how to build all this tension. I feel like this movie just gets somehow forgotten by most, or I should say most that aren't in the horror community. So I feel like, you know, more people should watch this film, especially if you're going to watch any of the Black Christmases. Watch this one. Don't watch the other 2. I would say, like I said, there's mystery. There's no real resolution, but I would definitely check this out. And one thing I really like about this film, they sure know what to do with their plastic bags. Ah! I'm Mike the Movie Misfit, and I'll see you at the movies.